pressboard here. I'm going to use cardboard for this. And I'm just going to make a little one of those 15 mil scale building. I'll show you. I'm going to make one of these. So I'll just use cardboard and, you know, stuff that you have readily available. Okay? So this is the plan. This is the one that we'll duplicate here. Okay? This is so. First step is to draw it out on your cardboard. Okay? And let's just see here. That's what, 3.5 inches wide, long, and looks like 2 3/4. Hold on, let me back you up now. Back into 3 inches long and 2 3/4. Okay. Cardboard, I've noticed. No, it's made with the lines. Yeah, okay, it's the lines. Now I don't know if those will screw this up or not. Either way, looks like this is my longest piece here, so we're going to do it long ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this out on here first, okay? Then I'll do up a little template and I'll post it, you know. How am I looking at this? Yeah, I'll post it up there. You know, so click where it says more information, and there'll be a link there to the template for this little building, okay? And if you want, you can download that and print it off, and then just use that on your cardboard and as a template. Okay, so I'll draw that on here first and turn this thing back on. At that point, though, you don't have to sit there. Okay, I've cut out the one wall, the peak, and the other wall, and the end wall out of cardboard. I would have done it all in one piece like this, but my cardboard wasn't big enough, so I didn't want to go look for more room. Okay, so I cut the ends here just a little bit. I'll zoom you in again. I cut the ends here just a little bit longer so that I have sort of a tab that I can use for gluing. Okay, now on these lines here, this is where the peak is of the roof. Okay, I'm going to cut down through here, just, you know, and I'm going to take out just a thin wedge. Okay, so let me do that. And the reason why, don't go all the way through, okay? I'll show you what I mean. So, I don't know, maybe I won't be able to show you. Okay, see I've done sort of 3 cuts. The first one was down through the middle. I notice I didn't go all the way through, okay? Cut down through the middle, and then I just moved over like a 1/16 of an inch and cut at an angle, like, you know, like a 45, into that middle cut, and then on the other side into the middle cut. Okay, and then you just want to take that wedge out. Cardboard, and that way when you fold it over, you know, it'll fold over. It'll fold over nice, and you've got a solid corner on the outside there. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Oh, and the flap here, okay, because I didn't have a big enough piece, I'm going to use that to glue to the inside here. Where are we? Where the heck are we? There we go. Glue to the inside like this. Okay, so I'm going to cut this piece off on the, God, it'd be nice to have that waffly, weedy kind of hole stuff filled up, right? So it'd be nice to have that come over the outside, but then you'd see it. Yeah, we'll do it that way anyways. Okay, zoom back out here. I mean, we're just using cardboard, so it's pretty much free anyways, right? So, see, I've taken off the one piece of paper on the outside. Okay, glue that over top of this. That'll cover up the little holes for us. And on the outside here is where we're going to stick a little piece of wood, hey, like a wood beam, and then that'll cover up our seam that we just made, okay? So do that on the other side here. Make sure you don't do this. You want to keep that little tab on there. Just gives you something to, it doesn't matter, but I mean, if you can, keep it on there because, like I said, it'll give you something to glue with. So that'll basically be the shape of our building, okay? A little guy like this, and it's got, you know, a peak on one side and chimney piece on the other side. Now this chimney piece here we'll have to fill in with something. I don't know, white glue or we'll decide later, okay? Cut your windows and doors out before you glue this together, okay? Because it's easier cutting it when it's flat down on the table than it is once you've got a box and you're trying not to bend it, okay? Because until we get glue and paint and this thing all glued down, you don't want to crease your cardboard, eh? You want to keep that nice and flat, a nice flat finish, okay? So go ahead and decide on how you want your doors and stuff. These little windows, okay, I've done, I think they're a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, if I'm not mistaken. They are 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch because I had a little square tube that was 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, and I took a file and I sharpened the inside edge of the little square tube, and then I could use that, I could put it on here and I could hit it with a hammer and it would just cut out a nice little square hole for me. Got some tools and a little square piece. I also use that for doing stuff like on these roofs, eh? Just use those to press in. Now I used a different square on this one, but you get the idea, okay? So anyways, these windows are 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, and the door itself is, we'll do it in millimeters, okay? So the windows are 12 mils. 12 mils. The door, you need to cut out a hole, well, depends if you cut it out. See, like on this one here, I actually cut it out, but then I didn't make the door open, eh? So you don't really have to cut it out. We can stick the door on the outside too. Actually, we'll do that because that's easier. The door I've got at, well, it looks like the inside portion there is 19 mils high. You know, from there to the bottom of this sill here, that's 19 mils. And then those boards are a mil thick, eh? 19 by 9. Looks good. What do I don't have any 15 mil scale stuff here. This guy here, he's 20 mil. So he's a little bit big, eh? Can't see. Anyways, he's too big. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It looks good with the 15 mil guy standing there. I know that. Okay. Well, I do have some somewhere. They're Axes and Allies guys. Maybe I can try finding one of those. I'm going to cut one window out, and I'm going to leave one window solid. And the door I'm just going to stick on. Okay, if you want to cut it out, you can do that too. Okay, but yeah, anyways, you'll get the idea. Okay, I've decided on not cutting that window out because 1/2 inch seems too big now. I mean, I measured these about 17 times. On this one, they look okay. Those are 1/2 inch, so anyways, I drew it on here, okay? And we'll use one of those little sharp X-Acto knives if we do want to cut it all the way out. So I put glue on each of these tab pieces in case you had to use more than one piece of cardboard. And on these seams here where we've cut out the little notch, I'm just going to kind of fill those up full of white glue, like so. And then here, oh, we'll need a base for this, won't we? What do we got? Well, we'll base it on cardboard, I guess. So, 1 second.